Welcome in, everyone. It's another beautiful night. 37 steps up above the city. Maybe you can see Angelo down there just inside the gate of the stockade fence hanging out on this beautiful evening. All right, it is just a night for fish and chips. I've been totally in the mood for it. How am I going to do it in my one burner, in my one pan on the one burner Bachelor? Well, I've got a couple of tricks, a couple of plans. First thing I do have is I've got a little bit of Imperial margarine that's melting around in there. It's on about medium heat. That's going to coat my already cleaned out pan. I am wearing my gloves for the first part of this. Fish and chips. To be totally honest, when I used the French fries last time and tried to crisp up my fries, they ended up being fries and gravy and kind of soft fries and gravy. Not what I expected. So to be sure my fries are crispy, I'm going with tater tots. Yeah, they're potatoes. Yeah, they're breaded. They're just small fries, I guess, and they're nice and easy to cook. All we need to do is get them hot and with a little butter in that pan, and they're cooking right from frozen. The moisture from them and the moisture from the Imperial margarine will make them fabulous, I'm thinking. And my chips are going to be, I'm adding 9 Gorton's, the fish sticks. All real meat. Real fish, and that's what my fish and chips are going to be tonight as a crisp up. My chips are going to be the tater tots, my fish are going to be the fish sticks. I've got some lemon to add. I've got a different dressing I'm going to use for it. I may cover these with foil and bake them a little bit, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the Imperial margarine and turn my heat up a little bit and fry them just a hair more, or let them crisp up at a little quicker speed. So that's what we're going with tonight. We're going with fish and chips, one burner Bachelor style. The fish sticks are already breaded. The tater tots are what we're using for the chips. We don't have the room or the space to be breading fresh fish with the milk and the flour and all the yikes. So this is how we're doing it. All right, one burner Bachelor. 37 steps up high above the city. There's another peek at Angelo way down there. You can see how shiny, black, and white he is just past the clothesline. Love you, bud. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're back. Boy, it smells delicious. Okay, a couple of things right off the bat that I learned right away. Let me try to get out of the light here a little better. I had to be very, very gentle turning over my fish sticks as they began to brown nicely on one side in my pan so they wouldn't break apart. The tater tots, as I try to be careful and turn those as they brown, even just a little bit of movement on them, they want to just break apart and almost become hash browns. So, hash browns are still potatoes and not quite chips as in fish and chips, but neither are tater tots, and that's what we want with our fish. And there's a nice big wedge of lemon there I added too. Just a quick story about lemons. I had 2 nice big ones, or 1 nice big one. I quartered it. One restaurant I worked at, we would cut the points off of the lemons. If we're going to use them for a garnish, put them out with fish and chips or a shrimp cocktail or anything like that. So at another restaurant I worked at, I did that. And the maitre d', the lady that had been in the business for a long time, she said, why would you cut the tips of those off? I said, oh, why wouldn't I? She said, well, when people pick that up to squeeze it, that's what they squeeze with is those tips, or are those tips at each end, so they don't get their finger in the lemon. If you cut the tip of it off, now they have to touch the lemon. Okay, good point. So what I'm going to do, instead of wrestling with the tater tots and trying to keep them together and trying to baby the fish sticks, I think with my wooden spoon right now, as these frozen potatoes are now becoming more like hash browns, and these fish sticks are browning nice and adding flavor. Also, I'm just going to kind of mix these tater tots with the lemon juice in there and the Imperial margarine and the fish sticks, and just make myself kind of a, I don't know, something delicious, kind of a fish hash, I guess, sort of, or something. And of course, the seasonings and the flavors I was going to add to these, I'm still going to add them. just because I've now broken them up and mixed them together and just made them more of a, something that could almost go in a casserole dish and melt some cheese or something over it, or stick some crab in it or something. But anyhow, so that's what's here right now is my fish and chips right now as we're doing it. That lemon wedge is going to hang in there for a while. We might squeeze some more lemon in there. We're going to put the phone down, and we're going to add a couple of things, and yeah, we've got the heat up pretty high. We're just going to let it keep everything mixing and let everything keep browning. And we'll be back. Fish and chips. Sometimes you never know. You got to go with the flow and make it up as you go. Wow, sometimes you never know. Go with the flow, make it up as you go. Okay, we'll be back. The One Burner Bachelor. Never a charge for the entertainment. We'll be back. Okay, we're back just to finish up. And this is just going to be our fish and potato casserole. I already added some of my Texas Pete hot sauce to it. There's a couple of packets of ketchup you can see right there, because when I get my fish and chips when I'm out to eat, I actually prefer a cocktail sauce with my fries or my onion rings and my fish when I get it. And the cocktail sauce is just kind of a spicy ketchup. So by adding a little of the Texas Pete hot sauce to the ketchup, I've kind of spiced up the ketchup. I've got plenty of lemon to squirt in there. I've got some raw lemon for afterwards. And so what I'm going to add just to finish this casserole up, I don't plan to put it in a dish and bake it in the oven. I plan to squirt some more raw lemon juice on it and chow with a nice cold beer. But before I do that, what I am going to add, not the traditional tartar sauce, but instead, this is Clover Valley Classic Ranch. I thought about the buttermilk ranch, but then because I was melting some butter in it and the lemon, kind of thinking the milk thing. So I'm just mixing this in right now. The dressing, the temperature's still up in the pan. I'm not going to cook this dressing, but I am going to mix it in while everything's warm. And then I'll kill the heat. Probably get another squish out of that nice hot lemon, but like I said, I've got some more fresh lemon juice to add. And I've got some more hot sauce if I need to, and plenty more of that classic ranch dressing. Okay, so my fish and chips basically turned into a fish and potato casserole, spicy casserole maybe, flavorful, delicious. That's why we can't rehearse. That's why it's not really a dress rehearsal. Sometimes you just have to work with what you have. And so my fish and chips turned into a fish and potato casserole. That's what happened tonight, right here on the One Burner Bachelor, 37 steps up high above the city. It's a beautiful night. I don't know if you can get one more peek at Angelo down there between the clothesline and the roof. I can see his white chest. He's been kind of hanging there. He's maybe watching the traffic go by. Love you, bud. Thanks, everyone. The One Burner Bachelor. We'll see you next time. Let me get a nice final shot of our fish and potato casserole. Try it. Let me know what you think. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time on the One Burner Bachelor.